Hi, I'm WELD KAHBA, and today I want to reveal something that could completely transform the way you age. Every day, people struggle with stiffness, aches, and fading mental sharpness, and most assume it's just part of getting older. But what if I told you that true vitality, balance, and mental clarity aren't found in a gym, a trendy diet, or a costly supplement? In this video, I'm going to share 6 simple, scientifically backed movements from Japan. Practices that help you stay strong, flexible, and independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. These aren't workouts in the usual sense. They're daily habits Japanese elders have used for decades to live longer, healthier, and more energetic lives. And the best part? You can start today with no equipment, no fancy tools, just a few minutes of intentional movement, the sacred art of mindful walking. Let's begin our journey into longevity with a practice that seems almost too simple to hold such profound power, yet Japanese elders treat it with the reverence of sacred medicine. This is Sampo, far more than just walking. It's a deliberate, mindful immersion in movement, typically performed at about half the pace you'd normally stride. For 20 to 30 minutes each morning, often before the day truly begins, Japanese seniors engage in this intentional stroll. The critical distinction from a hurried Western power walk lies in its deliberate slowness, harmonized with specific breathing patterns. Imagine taking one deep breath in for every 2 steps, holding it gently for another 2 steps, and then slowly exhaling for 4 steps. This rhythmic synchronization creates a powerful connection between your cardiovascular and nervous systems, achieving a state of calm and integration that faster paces simply cannot replicate. The scientific validation for Sampo is compelling. A comprehensive 2019 study from Kyoto University meticulously tracked 3,000 seniors over 60 for a full decade. The participants who consistently practiced daily Sampo exhibited an astonishing 62% less arterial stiffness compared to the control group, a crucial indicator of cardiovascular health. Furthermore, their blood pressure saw significant improvements, dropping an average of 12 points systolic and 8 points diastolic. But the magic of Sampo extends beyond the cardiovascular system. This unhurried pace allows your foot to make a complete sensory connection with the ground, activating all 33 joints within each foot. This continuous stream of proprioceptive signals, information about your body's position in space, is sent directly to your brain, profoundly enhancing balance and spatial awareness. The results are undeniable. Western seniors who adopted Sampo for just 8 weeks saw their single-leg standing time improve by an average of 45 seconds, a dramatic indicator of enhanced stability. To truly embrace Sampo, focus on a fluid, rolling motion through your entire foot with each step, from the gentle contact of your heel through the arch and pushing off with your toes. Keep your gaze steady, focused about 6 feet ahead, rather than constantly looking down. Allow your arms to swing naturally and minimally with relaxed hands and gently curved fingers. The unique breathing pattern is paramount and, like any new skill, requires consistent practice. Initially, counting your steps can help maintain the rhythm. Morning practice is particularly effective as your natural cortisol levels are higher, making the calming and centering effects of Sampo even more pronounced. For optimal benefits, avoid treadmills. The moving belt disrupts your natural foot mechanics. Whenever possible, seek out varied terrains, a soft grass path, a dirt trail, or uneven cobblestones, as these surfaces engage different stabilizing muscles and enhance joint mobility. The University of Tokyo confirmed this, finding that seniors who practiced Sampo on natural surfaces enjoyed 20% better joint mobility than those who walked exclusively on concrete. Begin modestly, perhaps with just 10 minutes if you're new to the practice, gradually extending your time to 30 minutes over several weeks. This gentle, profound movement lays the groundwork for a body that remains agile and a mind that stays clear. The harmonious daily rejuvenation. From the mindful pace of Sampo, we transition to a practice that gently yet powerfully rebuilds your body from the ground up, a collective ritual deeply ingrained in the fabric of Japanese society. Every morning at precisely 6:30 a.m., a distinctive, gentle piano melody wafts across Japan's public broadcasting system. This isn't just a tune, it's the cherished signal for Ragio Taiso, or radio calisthenics, a flowing sequence of movements that millions of Japanese people have faithfully performed daily since 1928. Forget any preconceived notions of strenuous Western exercise routines. Rajyo Taiso is a world apart. It's a precisely choreographed sequence of 13 specific stretches performed in exactly 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Each movement is designed to target multiple muscle groups simultaneously, maintaining a constant, fluid motion. There are no rigid static holds, no straining, just a continuous, gentle flow that acts like a lavish lubrication for your joints and cultivates full-body flexibility. The scientific community has taken notice. Researchers from Osaka Medical College conducted a large-scale study involving 8,000 participants over 60, comparing those who practiced Rajyo Taiso daily with those who didn't. The results were startling. The daily practitioners experienced 40% fewer falls, a significant reduction in a major cause of injury for seniors. They reported 55% less chronic back pain, a common ailment often dismissed as an unavoidable part of aging. Crucially, they maintained nearly full range of motion in their shoulders and hips well into their 80s, defying the typical progression of stiffness and limited mobility. The underlying science is truly remarkable. These dynamic stretches dramatically increase the production of synovial fluid in your joints by up to 30%. Think of synovial fluid as the body's natural oil, essential for smooth, pain-free movement of your hinges. Without regular, gentle motion, this vital fluid thickens and decreases, leading to the stiffness and discomfort we often mistakenly associate with aging. The Rajyo Taiso sequence itself is a masterclass in functional movement. It begins with gentle arm raises that subtly open the chest and enhance breathing capacity. You inhale as you raise your arms overhead, then exhale as you lower them. This seamlessly transitions into arm rotations that meticulously mobilize the shoulder joints, followed by gentle twisting movements that safeguard spinal flexibility. Side bends then stretch the often neglected intercostal muscles between your ribs, improving overall torso suppleness. The leg movements involve gentle marching in place, preparing the lower body for shallow squats that keep the knees and hips wonderfully mobile. The entire sequence is performed with a rhythmic cadence that elevates the heart rate just enough to significantly improve circulation without causing any undue strain. For maximum benefits, the timing of Rajyo Taiso is profoundly important. Japanese elders typically perform this routine immediately upon waking, often before consuming anything. This strategic timing leverages the natural peaks in growth hormone that occur during sleep, making your muscles and connective tissues maximally responsive to stretching. The movements should feel like flowing through warm honey, never forced, never bouncy. If the full routine feels daunting initially, prioritize the arm raises and gentle twists, as these offer substantial benefits with minimal effort. It's a testament to its power that many Japanese companies still encourage group Rajyo Taiso before the workday begins. And productivity studies have shown these employees take 30% fewer sick days than those in companies without this invigorating practice. The lost human rest position. As we continue our exploration, prepare to discover a movement that simultaneously protects your brain as much as it fortifies your body, revealing a lost, fundamental human ability. Wander through any park or garden in Japan, and you'll encounter a striking scene. Elderly people comfortably settled in a deep squat position, heels flat on the ground, engaging in conversation, reading, or tending to plants. They can maintain this position for 10, 20, even 30 minutes without a hint of discomfort. This stands in stark contrast to most Westerners over 60, who often struggle to hold such a position for even 10 seconds. This isn't merely about exceptional flexibility. The deep squat rest, or shinkyu-zuwari, represents a fundamental human posture that has been largely forgotten and lost in our chair-sitting cultures. Japanese seniors retain this ability throughout their lives because they practice it daily, typically accumulating 20 to 30 minutes in this position, spread effortlessly throughout their day. A groundbreaking study from the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology, which followed 5,000 seniors for 12 years, illuminated the profound impact of this simple practice. Participants who could comfortably maintain a deep squat for at least 2 minutes exhibited an astounding 70% lower risk of ever requiring assisted living. Their hip mobility remained robust enough for all daily activities, granting them an average of 9 years more independence than those who could not squat. The biomechanics behind this are incredibly compelling. The deep squat opens the hip joint to its complete range of motion, actively preventing the capsular tightening that often restricts movement and leads to the shuffling gait seen in so many older adults. It meticulously maintains ankle flexibility, a critical component for stable balance. Furthermore, it strengthens the pelvic floor muscles, which are vital for bladder control. Most importantly, it gently decompresses the spine, encouraging the flow of nutrient-rich fluid into the discs between your vertebrae, nourishing and maintaining their health. Researchers at Harvard discovered that cultures where deep squatting remains a common practice experience 80% fewer hip replacement surgeries and 60% less chronic lower back pain. To cultivate this ability yourself, begin cautiously. Start by squatting with your back gently supported against a wall. Position your feet shoulder-width apart, with toes pointing slightly outward. Lower yourself slowly, allowing your knees to track naturally over your toes. If your heels lift off the ground initially, place a rolled towel or a small book under them for support. Hold the position for just 30 seconds at first, gradually increasing the duration as your mobility improves. The key here is consistency and frequency over prolonged duration. 5 separate 1-minute squats throughout your day will yield greater benefits than attempting one 5-minute hold. Japanese elders instinctively integrate squatting into their daily lives, while waiting for a bus, gardening, or even watching television. They've made it so organic that it requires no special effort or dedicated time. Seek out opportunities to use this position functionally whenever possible. Squat down to sort items on low shelves. Engage with children or pets from this position. Rest in a squat instead of bending over to tie your shoes. Each functional use powerfully reinforces the movement pattern and diligently maintains the mobility that is absolutely essential for your lasting independence. The blueprint for unwavering stability. Next, we delve into a practice that has the remarkable ability to rewire your nervous system, laying the foundation for decades of unwavering stability and sharp mental acuity. This might sound surprisingly simple, but in Japan, physicians actually prescribe single-leg standing, ashi isokutachi, much like Western doctors prescribe medication. Patients over 60 are often advised to stand on one leg for a minute, twice daily, as a form of powerful preventive medicine. This practice is even covered by health insurance in Japan, a testament to the overwhelming data supporting its efficacy. A monumental study from Fukuoka University's Aging Research Center tracked 12,000 participants for 15 years, revealing astonishing findings. Those who consistently practiced daily single-leg standing experienced 68% fewer hip fractures and a remarkable 75% reduction in falls, severe enough to require hospitalization. Beyond physical benefits, brain scans revealed an increase in gray matter within the motor cortex and cerebellum, crucial regions responsible for coordination, balance, and fine motor control. The science behind this simple act is profound. When you stand on one leg, your body is compelled to make thousands of microscopic adjustments every minute to maintain equilibrium. These subtle, continuous adjustments don't just strengthen muscles, they fortify your entire neuromuscular system. Your proprioceptors, the highly specialized sensory receptors that constantly inform your brain about your body's position in space, become hyperactive and refined. Your vestibular system, nestled within your inner ear and vital for balance, sharpens its responses. Simultaneously, your brain's visual processing speeds up as it integrates complex information from multiple sensory systems to keep you upright. The standard protocol for ashi isokutachi begins simply. For safety, position yourself near a sturdy wall or a chair. Gently lift one foot just an inch or two off the ground. Fix your gaze on a stable point about 10 feet away. Breathe naturally and aim to maintain the position for 30 seconds. Then switch legs and repeat. As your stability improves, introduce a greater challenge by closing your eyes. This deliberately removes visual input, compelling your other balance systems to work harder and become even more responsive. Japanese elders frequently integrate this practice into existing daily routines, such as brushing their teeth, effectively gaining 2 minutes of powerful balance training without allocating additional time. This creates an automatic habit loop, ensuring consistent practice. Advanced practitioners gradually introduce small movements while balancing, slowly turning the head left and right, raising the arms overhead, or making small circles with the lifted foot. Each variation specifically challenges different aspects of balance and coordination. The core principle is progressive overload. Once 30 seconds with eyes open becomes effortless, increase the duration to 45 seconds. When standing with eyes closed becomes manageable, try standing on a folded towel or a cushion for an unstable surface. This continuous progression prevents plateaus and nurtures neuroplasticity, your brain's incredible ability to form new connections. Mayo Clinic researchers have even found that single-leg standing time is a more accurate predictor of longevity than traditional markers like blood pressure or cholesterol levels. Individuals over 60 who can stand on one leg for 30 seconds exhibit mortality rates comparable to people 10 years younger, a truly remarkable testament to its power. The full body, full brain workout. Now, prepare for a revelation. A movement that seems almost magical in its far-reaching effects, touching every aspect of your physical and cognitive well-being. Here's something truly mind-blowing about healthy Japanese aging. The average Japanese person over 70 performs transitions from standing to floor sitting and back up again more than 20 times per day. They sit on the floor for meals, for tea ceremonies, for watching television, and for socializing. Each of these transitions, these seamless movements from vertical to horizontal and back, is a complex, full-body exercise that rigorously maintains strength, flexibility, and coordination in ways that no conventional gym exercise can replicate. A monumental study conducted by the University of Tsukuba involved 10,000 seniors, comparing those who regularly sat on the floor with those who exclusively used chairs. The findings were staggering. The floor sitters exhibited 40% more lower body strength and 50% better hip flexibility. Crucially, they could rise from the floor unassisted well into their 90s, maintaining a level of physical independence that is increasingly rare in the West. But the most shocking revelation came from their cognitive test scores, which were consistently 15% higher. Researchers discovered that the intricate motor planning required for floor transitions actively ignites the prefrontal cortex, the brain's executive function center. Getting down to the floor and back up safely demands sequential movement planning, precise balance control, nuanced strength modulation, and acute spatial awareness, all firing simultaneously. It is, quite literally, a comprehensive brain workout disguised as a simple daily activity. The traditional method begins from a standing position with your feet together. You lower one knee to the ground, then the other, settling gently onto your heels in a kneeling posture. From this position, you can easily shift into various comfortable floor-sitting stances, such as cross-legged or side-sitting. To rise, you simply reverse the process. Bring one foot forward into a lunge position, powerfully push through that leg to stand, then bring your other foot to meet it. This sequence, while sounding straightforward, demands remarkable control and strength. To develop this vital ability, start with supported transitions. Utilize a low stool or an ottoman as an intermediate step, or place your hands on the stool for support as you lower yourself to kneeling. Over several weeks, gradually reduce your reliance on hand support until you can perform the movement unassisted. Practice on soft carpet or a yoga mat initially to cushion your knees. The frequency of practice is far more important than achieving immediate perfection. Even just 2 or 3 floor transitions daily will provide significant benefits. Japanese elders don't perceive this as exercise. It's simply their natural way of life. They maintain this ability effortlessly from childhood, never allowing the movement pattern to deteriorate. For those learning this later in life, patience is key. It may take months to achieve smooth, unassisted transitions, but the payoff is extraordinary. Studies have consistently shown that the ability to rise from the floor without using your hands is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Brazilian researchers even found that people who could perform this feat lived, on average, 6 years longer than those who couldn't. The king of all movements. And now, the moment you've been eagerly anticipating. Prepare for the ultimate revelation, the king of all movements. The practice that fundamentally reshaped everything researchers thought they knew about aging and exercise. It requires nothing more than a simple hand towel, yet Japanese centenarians credit it more than any other single practice for their remarkable vitality and boundless energy. This is the tenugui hibiki, or the towel twist. You hold a standard hand towel with both hands, arms extended in front of you, and perform a specific dynamic twisting motion that creates an isometric contraction reverberating through your entire body. But to simply call it a towel twist is a grave understatement, akin to calling the ocean a puddle. This seemingly innocuous movement activates muscle fibers that remain entirely dormant in 99% of conventional exercises. When researchers at Taku University attached electrodes to subjects performing the tenugui hibiki, they recorded muscle activation in places they hadn't even anticipated. Deep spinal stabilizers fired with intensity. Intrinsic foot muscles, often ignored, powerfully engaged. Even subtle facial muscles showed increased activity, hinting at its holistic reach. The study that sent shockwaves through the medical world followed an incredible 15,000 Japanese seniors for 2 decades. The findings were monumental. Those who performed the tenugui hibiki for just 2 minutes daily enjoyed an astonishing 7 years longer life expectancy. Their grip strength, widely considered the single best predictor of mortality, remained above the crucial threshold for independence until an average age of 92. They maintained bone density equivalent to people 20 years younger, defying the typical bone loss associated with aging. But brain scans unveiled an even more extraordinary benefit. The complex bilateral coordination demanded for proper towel twisting activated both hemispheres of the brain simultaneously, forging new and robust neural pathways between them. Participants exhibited improved memory, significantly faster reaction times, and dramatically lower rates of dementia. The technique begins by holding a rolled hand towel horizontally at shoulder height, with your hands roughly 18 inches apart. The crucial first step is to generate powerful tension by pulling your hands outward, as if you are trying to rip the towel in half. While meticulously maintaining this outward tension, slowly rotate your entire torso to the right, ensuring your hips remain facing forward. The twist must originate entirely from your core, not from your arms. Hold this position at maximum rotation for 3 slow seconds, then gently return to the center and repeat the twist to the left. This constant, unyielding tension is absolutely vital. You are essentially creating resistance against your own body, compelling every single stabilizing muscle to engage deeply. Your breathing must remain steady and synchronized throughout. Inhale as you return to the center and exhale powerfully during the twist. This specific breathing pattern actively stimulates the vagus nerve, triggering a profound parasympathetic response that calms the nervous system and profoundly reduces inflammation throughout the entire body. The inherent beauty of tenugui hibiki lies in its remarkable scalability. Beginners can start with minimal tension and subtle twists, gradually building strength and range of motion. Advanced practitioners can generate enormous tension and achieve deeper, more expansive rotations. Some Japanese elders even perform variations while sitting or lying down, demonstrating its adaptability. The core principles remain steadfast. Generate tension, maintain unwavering body, control and coordinate your breath with every movement. Molecular biology provides the powerful explanation for its profound effectiveness. These isometric contractions trigger the release of myokines, specialized proteins secreted by muscles during contraction. These myokines act like potent internal medicine, powerfully reducing inflammation, significantly improving insulin sensitivity, and even promoting the growth of new vital brain cells. The towel twist, remarkably, produces more myokines per minute than any other movement ever studied. Timing further amplifies these incredible effects. Japanese elders typically perform this practice immediately after waking and once more before bed. The morning session ignites and activates the nervous system for the day ahead, while the evening session promotes deep recovery and significantly enhances sleep quality. Just 1 minute in the morning and 1 at night delivers the full spectrum of benefits. No specialized equipment beyond a basic towel, no expensive gym membership, no complex choreography. Yet, this deceptively simple practice influences every system in your body more profoundly than hours of conventional exercise. The true revolution in understanding healthy aging isn't about discovering esoteric new technologies or costly supplements. It's about recognizing the profound, often overlooked wisdom embedded in movements that Japanese elders have quietly practiced for generations. These 6 movements aren't merely isolated exercises. They represent a holistic, complete system for maintaining the human body's optimal functionality throughout the entire lifespan. They simultaneously address critical aspects such as strength, flexibility, balance, coordination, and neural health. They demand no special equipment, no,